Hi, Dr. Ankita. Welcome and thank you so much for being here today on this auspicious day and also Women's Day. It's very special to have you here. And hi, everyone. And I am really honored to welcome Ayurvedic Dr. Ankita here, who is a specialist in reversing diabetics. You know what? Sometimes in India, we feel that there is so many diseases, but for diabetic, we rank the top because India, for some reason, we rank the top in number of diabetic patients, and it keeps increasing day by day. I know each one of you in your family, most of our families nowadays, at least we have one or two people having diabetic. And on top of it, today it is very shocking. When I was talking to Dr. Ankita, she was saying even the teenagers are tend to get diabetic because of the lifestyle that they are living. So we are going to welcome Ankita today, and we are going to have most of her insights for our community to understand how we can actually reverse diabetic naturally. You know what? How many of you are happy with this? Because this is something a blessing. Yeah, doctor, like everyone will be struggling to have that insulin injection or some tablets. Even my dad is a diabetic patient. I know for the fact every time he was pricked and need to check the sugar levels, he used to cry. Actually, at an age of 72 he used to cry. So I know it is quite challenging for most of them. But first, we will actually honor you by welcoming you on this particular community. Just introduce about yourself, doctor, because many of them doesn't know about you. From where are you, and how your journey has started?
Thank you so much, Sasirekha, for having me on your channel. It's an opportunity, to make people aware about diabetes. I'm Dr. Ankita Singh. I'm an Ayurveda doctor, and I specialize in diabetes reversal with help, and I do that with help of Ayurveda. I've been doing this since a very long time. I've been practicing since past 8 years, but in diabetes field, I've been since past 1 year. I've specifically focused myself, to help people reverse diabetes because in today's date, I see each and every house has at least one diabetic in their house. At least one family member in house is diabetic. And the most concerning thing is India has become the national capital of the diabetes, as you said. If you see the statistics, we at least, the things which are on paper, we at least have 315 million diabetics. And these are on paper. People who do not know the pre-diabetics and all those data is yet not available. So
Okay.
it's really shocking and it's even concerning because if we don't act now on ourselves, then what future are we going to give to our future generation? So I'm on a mission to help people reverse their diabetes with Ayurveda so that they can get rid of their medicines and they can live a life of harmony and vitality. People need to have health is everyone's right, I believe. It's not a privilege or something, it's a right and everyone should have it. So I'm very glad to be here with you on this channel to share my knowledge. Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Ankita, doctor. This is actually, something amazing, doctor. As you said, when you said this, we have become the diabetic capital. It's like quite shocking and annoying as well at the same time when we hear to this, because we are in a current situation where everyone is on a verge of getting some kind of diseases. So my first question to you is this: just give us some knowledge on why are we in this particular state and where are we heading towards? What is that the difference between our parents and pioneers who didn't had this many diseases and this many diabetic patients, and what is actually going wrong here?
Very nice question. So, what I believe, as you said, correctly, our parents, and especially I would like to say grandparents era, when you see, they were not suffering from so many lifestyle disorders.
Yes.
Right? In today's date, we have many of us are suffering from lifestyle disorders. The main reason is stress, lack of patience. Today, we are in such a world that even It's like even if we don't want to stress ourselves, you just switch on the TV and switch on any news channel. Just by hearing those news, the way they read the news, the kind of news is shown on the TV channel, that itself gives you stress. So I suggest, I request people that please stop consuming such kind of online things, because all these things give you unnecessary, unwanted stress which you do not realize, and then you keep thinking about all such negative. So one major reason is stress. This is I gave an example of unwanted stress. There are various reasons in our life, work related stress, family issues, wealth issues, success issues. There are many things. So stress is the thing. Now when you have stress, it leads to anxiety. And in our body, our mind is a main thing. If you have positivity in your mind, there was an experiment conducted where they divided people in two groups. This was diabetic people. Okay, so they were divided in two groups. One group was given medications. Okay, and along with that, they were given positive affirmations, which they have to say every day to themselves. And the other group was just given the medication. Indeed, both the groups were given some particular kind of lifestyle to be followed. Now, at the end of the experiment, they saw the people who were, speaking those affirmations daily, they were much better than the people who were not speaking the affirmations daily. So that's the impact of affirmations. Like if I have to say out of the result, I think it was they had taken 100 people for the experiment, and 50-50 they divided people like that. So the people 50 which were with affirmations, out of that 30 people had very marvelous results. And in the other group, they could find only 20 people got very good results. Other 30 were still struggling to get back their sugar. So that is the effect of mind. And if you have positive anyway, you use any kind of technique, but keep your mind at peace. Train your mind. Training your mind is very important. Even if you start saying that I'm healthy, or if you start believing that once, that itself heals you a lot. So this thing has a lot and lots of power. Apart from this, the reason for diabetes, there has been genetic issues. Okay. And the major thing is again lifestyle, because it is a lifestyle disorder. If I have to compare myself with my mother and my grandmother, the kind of activity or the way they were active throughout the day is not with me presently. I have to consciously take efforts to be that active. For example, my grandmother, she stays in a village. She has her own farm. Presently, if I talk, she she is above 80 years old. Okay, she lives in her house. She has her kitchen garden, and she has a huge house. Okay, in that house, daily she will walk. She will do her kitchen gardening and all her routines by herself.
Wow.
Which is such a big
No
thing.
maid. No maid, no support.
No. she will take a use, like she has a problem, she needs a walker to, but in spite of that she will still use that walker, and she will still use her do her daily routine by herself. Even the cleaning, we tell her you don't need to do that, but she will still do the cleaning, because she believes that as much as she keeps herself active, only then she's gonna live a happy life, and that is true. So in today's date, because we are we have 9 to 5 jobs, or we have mostly desk jobs. Okay, so because of this, what happens, we do exercise like 1 hour in the morning, and we feel okay, we are done, we have done our activity and we are done for the day. But that's not the truth. We have to keep moving throughout the day. So in if I have to sum it up, the reasons for being so more number of diabetic is exposure to more processed packaged food, stress, lack of physical movement, I will say. I will not say exercise, lack of physical movement. And yes, there are few genetic factors, but these are the main things. So these are the main factors.
Okay. Doctor, it was a very good insight for us, because many of us think it is because of food. Having sugar is actually increasing the sugar levels in the body, because many of us have that myth.
I would, yeah. Yeah, I would like to say about this. Now, the common conception people have about diabetes is मैंने चीनी खाया इसलिए मुझे diabetes हो गया. I've eaten sugar, that is the reason I have diabetes. But no, diabetes is because you're having high carb foods. Diabetes is because you're having processed food. Diabetes is because you're having packaged food. And then you are exercising less. You are taking lots of stress. You are not you are not giving your mind rest. Lack of sleep is one of the most important thing. People these days, they feel that just sleeping for 3 to 4 hours is enough, and if we sleep more, we are wasting our time. We need to be, we need to get back, we need to finish our, they have deadlines and all, but sleep is very important. So not sugar. Once if you become diabetic, sugar is a factor which will immediate, if someone is detected as a diabetic, and if that person still continues having high sugar, then in that case, it sugar will act as a medium to increase the the process of aging in his body. All right, when we have high sugar, what happens? One of the side effects of more sugar in our food is it increases the process of aging. So once when you become diabetic, what happens? You have high glucose in your body, and if you are not stopping sugar, you are giving more sugar to your body. You are having more sugar spike, and you age faster. So what happens if suppose a person diabetic, uh, with an age of 50 years old, a 50-year-old diabetic does not stop eating sugar, still continues eating sugar. So biologically, what happens? He starts aging more. So though date wise he is 50 years old, but biologically, if you see, his body will be maybe 70 years old or maybe 80 years old. That is
So
how
you mean to
fast they
say
age.
sugar equal to aging, raising sugar is
Yes.
equal to
And this is not only
being
for
faster.
diabetics, it is even for non-diabetic people.
Everybody,
Sugar is one of the, it's like if you want to stay young, if you don't want those
interesting.
aging lines on your face and everything, that's the reason everyone say
But
that,
doctor,
reduce
today we
sugar.
could see sugar in every cosmetic products as well, right?
True, true, true. That's the reason, I request all my family members and even my, people who I come in contact with and my patients, that even for cosmetic products, try to use as many as possible natural products, as many as possible. Stay away from the chemical based products. Now, actually, that is totally a whole different world. There are many things comes in that,
Yeah,
but
so many
all
things
I will
come.
suggest in short is stick to natural things. And there are many. One thing I would like to say, there are many good sources available in our kitchen itself. So even if we use them, we are good to go.
So natural cosmetics is suggested by Dr.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doctor, this brings me to the question where we in India, naturally, we have the tendency to eat high carb food. If you look at them, at least I don't know about North India because you guys eat roti, and of course, there is some cultural differences. But in nature, we used to have that without sugar, without the sweet. The dinner or the lunch doesn't end. And chai, kitna chai, we never know how many we drink. And there are people who are addicted to tea and coffee, and we have natural tendency of having more rice. In South India, we used to have rice is the base. People eat rice even at dinner also, and rice based breakfast also. So which means naturally we are more adapted to a carb based food and not a protein based food. But
Correct.
one thing which is very surprising for me is I have seen or heard doctors talking only about which disease, what medicine. This is the first time I'm actually listening to a doctor saying where is the mistake. That way we are blessed. So the question is, when we say this, do we have to, as a lifestyle, do we have to make any kind of change at the food level, or what would you suggest on that with the food? Because body is more important, is what you're saying.
Correct.
So we have a cultural impact on the food also. So
True.
maybe that is impacting a lot in increasing the diabetic. So how would you suggest this? How do you advise?
Yeah. So over here, very firstly, I would like to say, as you said, the cultural food is impacting more into diabetics. I will not agree to that completely,
Mm-hmm.
because in today's date, I ask my patients to get back to their roots, to start eating how their grandmothers used to eat. Okay,
Oh.
I'll explain about this. Why am I doing so? Because gradually, what has happened, we in today's date we have turned more towards packaged and processed foods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes, you are very right that Indian diet is rich in carb. That's very true. Be it South India, North India, all over India. India is
Mm-hmm.
very rich in carbs. Okay, so that is something we really need to educate everyone, that the plate has to be balanced. You need to have protein, you need to have fibers, you need to have your minerals, vitamins, and carbs as well. That is also very important. This point gets me to one. There are people, certain group of people, when they are detected with diabetes, they start following no carb diet. So
Mm-hmm.
that is not helpful. Your body needs carb. We need to have carb, but there's a limitation to it. So
Okay.
what I suggest is eat everything, but with limitations. And when you eat with limitations, your body gets all the nourishments and you enjoy food. Because see, now in, like, as you said, in South it's more of rice, North it's more of roti. Now when you say someone that you stop eating your rice and roti, they'll be like, oh, no rice and roti, what life is it? We don't want to give that kind of life to anyone,
Yeah.
right? Because food is something which gives us happiness and everyone wants to be
Exactly.
happy. So I
And
don't have,
we are some people are like born to it.
yeah, yeah, true. So I don't deprive anyone of eating anything, but what I tell them is, you need to understand your body. Now,
Mm.
Ayurveda says that uh, we identify the body as per the doshas.
Mm.
All right. And as per those doshas, which is called as the prakriti,
Mm.
and the imbalances which has happened. So, like, suppose someone is suffering with diabetes, so that is the imbalance of a
Mm.
person. So, like, diabetes is a kapha imbalance in the body, mainly.
Vata,
Uh,
Pitta, Kapha is the
yeah,
imbalance.
Vata, Pitta, and Kapha are the three doshas. And in
Mm.
diabetes, the main dosha which is out of balance is kapha.
Mm.
Uh, so what happens, what we try to do is, we try to identify the person whosoever is there, what is his natural constitution,
Mm.
and presently with what constitutions are out of balance. And
Okay.
that is how we suggest them a personalized diet.
Mm-hmm.
This is specific to diet, I will say. In Ayurveda, even Ayurveda has rules for everything. Even for exercise, we have rules. Like,
Mm.
what kind of and how much exercise of Vat, Pitta, and Kapha dosha people should do. So even that is what we suggest them. But we are right now. Your question was more related to diet, so I'll only talk about that. So the doshas, so what we do is we understand their prakriti, present what their actual constitution is, and vikriti, what is their constitution is out of balance. That is how we plan the customized diet. And once they start following that diet, they do get good result. But what happens in this process, they learn to understand their body.
Mm.
Once
Mm.
when you start understanding your body, like, which food is making you happy, which food is making you drowsy, which food is giving you energy, when your body is saying like, stop, I don't want to eat today. Sometimes it happens that you don't want to eat, but because the clock is saying 7 o'clock or whatever your dinner time is, okay, it's the clock, I have to eat.
It's rhythmic eating, not based on the body.
So we need to learn to understand our body, and we need to understand the body cues which body is giving. Once we learn to understand that, uh, gradually everything comes in balance. And there's a point in once your diabetes is reversed, after the reversal, now I would just like to add into it what people believe. Very firstly, people don't believe that diabetes reversal is possible.
Yeah.
So I want to tell them that yes, diabetes reversal is a thing and it is very much possible. There are many people out there doing it.
1 second. Listeners, please listen to this. I will ask her to tell this one more time because we have been bombarded with so much of advertisement stating like you need to have insulin. If you are above that, you are going to get diabetes. This is a threatening point, but I'm glad to hear something. Please, one more time.
Yes, I was saying that diabetes reversal is a possibility. It is happening at present. There are many people who have reversed their diabetes, and I will request everyone to please go out there, meet an Ayurvedic physician near you, and please get your diabetes reversed. It is happening in today's date. Get rid of those medicines, get your energy back, get your health back. But what is necessary is reversal. What happens in reversal, I will explain. Reversal means you will get rid of your medications. Type 2 diabetes, especially, I will say, you will get rid of your medications. You will get your energy back. Okay, you will get your health back. But you have to follow a particular kind of, during the reversal course, you learn to live with a new kind of lifestyle where you have a new kind of diet, a new kind of exercise, physically being active. Mentally, there are some things you do, to empower your mental health. So all these things. So now this becomes your medicines then. The food which you eat, the physically activeness, and the mental, activities you do to keep your mental health. All these things becomes your medicine. Then you have to live your life in a new way, and this is what reversal is.
Oh, amazing. That was so much of clarity, doctor. Thank you so much for that. Our grandparents have always told this like anything in excess is poisonous, and our food should be the medicine because we should have everything in balance so that our life becomes very easier and healthier. But what over a period is we became addicted to the tongue, we became addicted to the taste, and we think like the only way, and particularly in my niche, because like we are focused on women, busy women, getting them out of stress. What happens is most of the women, not only women, anyone who is stressed out, the first thing that they do is go have their something to munch around, have junk food, because they feel it's a way of relieving their tension, and they become over the period they become overweight, and of course every other diseases started getting into their body. But this was very true because today somebody has to be there in every platform to tell people it is reversible naturally and it is possible, and you bought that as a light, and we are so glad to listen this from you. Trust me, I'm telling from the bottom of my heart because it's been a lot of people, and this is a good day that you're saying this because people lost their faith from inside. We have lost the faith that something is reversible because the medicine, the process with which they cure, it's become very painful that everybody is scared of diabetes. Like, in fact, I have heard in one of the comedy things saying like, do you have type 1 or type 2? मेरे लिए तो type 1 है, तुम्हारे क्या? When people meet each other, it has come to that level. Yours is 1 or -2. Like, kitne bacche hai? So we started asking to that much level. But and you have been continuously giving us so many insights, which is really amazing, doctor. And I know you were requesting everyone who is watching this to just visit the nearest Ayurvedic doctor. What if we get a chance to directly connect with you, the viewers of this particular live, if they wanted to get in touch with you, how they can actually connect with you? I'm of course going to drop your link over here. Can I ask them to follow you and start a DM, or how do you want them to approach?
Yes. So I'm active on Instagram. So that is where people can follow me and get to understand more about diabetes and their body. And yes, I do take online consultations, so people can connect me for that also. We can share our email, my email ID if you want on the in the comments, or that is how we can go ahead.
Definitely.
I'll be really glad and happy to help. My mission is basically not just to treat, though I say that I'm treating people with Ayurveda. Now, some people have a conception Ayurveda means herbs. So I would like to clarify that Ayurveda does not mean herbs. Ayurveda itself means way to live life.
Okay.
That is what the Ayurveda means. So I
It's
want to
a
tell.
it's a way of living and not
Yes,
not
it's a
only the
way of
plant
living.
based.
Yeah. So generally, people consider Ayurveda only as a medical treatment. But I want to say no. Everyone in India, we are blessed. We are Indians and we are born here. We are born with the knowledge of Ayurveda. Each and every house has Ayurveda. People, our grandparents have been following that. Our parents, and even we know few things. So we
Yeah.
are really blessed. And I believe in our country, each and every individual should follow Ayurveda in their daily routine. If we start following Ayurveda in our daily routine, believe me, we are gonna avoid so many problems in our life. And health is wealth. If you have health, you have everything. You have happiness, you have success, everything is there. So we should follow Ayurveda in our daily life. And yes, people who are suffering from diseases, they can definitely we can further move ahead and help them with the medical part of the Ayurveda. There
Mm-mm.
are various ways. Ayurveda is not just herbs. We have panchkarma, we have meditation, we have yoga. These all combine as a treatment. So that is how Ayurveda goes. So I will suggest people that make Ayurveda part of your daily life. Learn to live with Ayurveda, and it's very beautiful. When you get connect again, reconnect when you reconnect with the nature, the kind of peace and happiness you get is nothing comparative to that. Nothing.
Yeah. Amazing, Dr. Ankita, because in today's fast growing world, we are somewhere missing our culture. We are somewhere missing the mother earth's connectivity. And we are just moving towards the westernized world, looking around, they are very greener than our side. But actual the truth is not that. And we feel all the burgers, the pizzas, and all the modernized snacks that we have, processed food. And in fact, we are running in a race without even knowing where the race is going to end. That's how we are actually leading our lives today. But this is actually an opportunity for each one of them, maybe like an eye opener, to become that awareness that we should start taking a pause, think about the food that we are eating, because the food that we eat makes most of us. And then start looking at our lifestyle itself, as you said, because we need to follow that healthy lifestyle, as you say. And the stress levels, we need to have a check on that every day, every moment. What are we going to be stressed out of? And just ignore the unwanted stress, start living the life that they wanted.
True.
And it was really amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Ankita, because you have shared so many insights for the past 30 minutes. It's we are so glad, and thank you so much for
You
that.
have been
Thank you
said
for
that
being
we are
here.
going towards westernization. I would like to add to it that Western has started understanding the importance of Ayurveda. Before 2010, there were no Ayurveda colleges in USA. In
Hmm.
today's day, there are Ayurveda colleges in USA. People are getting certified over there as an Ayurveda practitioner and practicing. So,
Yeah,
the Western world is understanding the power of Ayurveda. So we as Indian, we are really blessed with it. We should really look forward to it, and we should really learn Ayurveda and live with it. Once we live
very
with it, we
true.
are happy. And
Very true. Because
I would like to say to all the people suffering from diabetes that yes, diabetes reversal is a possibility, and not just with Ayurvedic medicines, with the lifestyle itself. And people who are in pre-diabetes zone, for them it's a very golden period. They can reverse their pre-diabetes stage only with lifestyle, not even with medicines. So
yeah,
get connected to an Ayurveda doctor and heal yourself.
definitely. Thank you so much, Ankita. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you